In this video, I'm gonna tell you about a few insights that I got from Evan Carmichael's book, Your One Word. Now, let me go through them one at a time. So, number one, quote, if you're doing something just to make money, it's easy to quit. Most people do. But if you're doing something because it makes you come alive, then removing the restrictions life throws at you clears the path. End of quote. I can easily relate to this one. To be honest, I need money just to go by so that I can completely immerse myself into things that I enjoy doing, like putting up this animation, for example. I'd recommend looking for studies on income levels and satisfaction. You may notice that while up to a certain point, money can definitely improve the quality of life. After that threshold is met, the gains may be marginal, and that threshold appears to be much lower than you might think. The irony is that if you deliberately do something for long enough and you improve, money will come eventually. For Evan, that something is entrepreneurship, and most of his strategies rely heavily on his one word, which is #believe. Point number two, please sit down and let's have an honest talk. Most people live mediocre lives. You're living for the evenings and weekends and hope that time spent working just doesn't suck too much. End of quote. Well, I don't have anything to add here, just that I have to remind myself every day to avoid this. Quote, the people you hang out with, the websites you visit, the media you consume, everything in your environment holds you exactly where you are. It prevents you from taking steps forward. Being mediocre has not only become acceptable, but is the norm, because it's comfortable, because it's safe, because it's limiting you. End of quote. There's something in psychology called the priming effect, and it has a lot to do with how stimuli, that is your environment, friends, your own thoughts, keep you exactly where you are. This also has to do with neuroplasticity, which I'll talk about in a future video. But until then, you can check out the video I did on the priming effect. Number three, quote, don't talk with others more, talk with yourself more. This is your purpose and only you get to decide. You need to stop living their versions of your life and start living your version of your life. End of quote. Nobody knows you better than yourself. Not your family, not your friends, nobody. Doesn't it make sense then that whenever you decide something in your life, you listen to yourself more than you listen to others? Think about it. Now I'm gonna switch the theme here for a moment. This is very specific to entrepreneurship and personal branding. So point number four, quote, for example, tech giant Hewlett-Packard was named after its founders, Bill Hewlett and Dave Packard. The name is ambiguous and doesn't have any intrinsic meaning other than its relation to two people. Do they sell lawn equipment? Are they a dog kennel? Do they manufacture pianos? They didn't call themselves Computer for You, which would have been much clearer and more limiting. End of quote. Emphasis mine. You may notice that my channel's name is my name. It represents my current interests and aspects of my current life. You may also notice that my videos are on a few limited topics like biochemistry, computer programming, psychology, and aspects of fitness and nutrition from my daily life. Should I have named my channel Chris Fitness or Chris Biochem Lessons or Learn Python with Chris? What if next week I want to tackle C++ instead of Python? What if I develop an interest in art? And I might just do that. Should I rename my channel? I don't think that's possible. Should I open a new YouTube channel for each aspect of my life? I hope you see how impractical this may be. So, a good advice from Evan is not to limit yourself. Think about it. If you have several interests and you'd like to talk about them on YouTube, it may be more practical to make a playlist for each one of them. The people who like what you do will follow you, regardless of the fact that you post on various topics. In creating and expanding your business, Evan provides numerous examples from his own life. He talks about mindset, having a story, doing the artwork for your brand, creating powerful employer-employee relationships, selecting your clients. Yes, you can do that. Finding mentors, crafting high-quality products and services, and much more. Moving on to point number 5. I want to end proactively, instigating you to take action. Quote, sure, if you grew up in Somalia and had to deal with civil wars, prolonged droughts, and pirates, it will be much tougher for you than for someone from a middle-class family in New York City. But so what? That's the hand you were dealt. What are you going to do about it? Continue to blame other people forever, or take some responsibility for your own life? The fact that you picked up this book means you can read. You understand English. It likely means you have internet access. You have a roof over your head, and you have many other advantages that others don't. The people who change the world understand that it's never about how many resources you have. It's about how resourceful you are. End of quote. So do something about it. Like right now, not tomorrow, not later, but right this moment. Take action now, period. Alright, so if Evan's book looks appealing, make sure to pick it up. And if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for watching.